Once again, if you're not familiar, this is El Bass. He's a dedicated troll who likes to spread misinformation, tell bullshit lies, and then blame other people for not admitting to what reality is. In today's edition of What Stupid Shit Can El Bass Type into a Comment Section, we have this. Tom still can admit Joe was responsible for 20% inflation. Let's stop right there at the end of the first sentence. Joe wasn't solely responsible for inflation, partially responsible for some of the inflation here in the United States of America through the third stimulus package, but not solely responsible. Inflation topped off at 9.1% under Joe Biden, so I don't know where the fuck you're getting 20%. And if Joe Biden is the one who's responsible for all of the inflation, then you're going to have to explain to me how he caused inflation worldwide. Moving on. Tom can't even comprehend that inflation is up year over year. Yes, I can understand it, but you do understand that inflation was here when Donald Trump took office, and now it's here. It's moved up since your boy has come into office. Tom didn't know Obama's GDP was the worst in the prior 70 years. So I've done this thing with the GDP with this fucking jamoke, so we'll do it again because it's free content and it's how I make money. Here's the annual overall GDP growth from Hoover through Biden. Okay? So he said Obama's GDP was the worst in the previous 70 years. His overall GDP, I can show you the year by year numbers, each individual year, and how a few of them were actually higher than his boy Trump's. But his overall average for the 8 years that he was in office was 2.3%. So let's go backwards, not forwards, right? Backwards. Bush, 2.4%. Obama's was a smidge lower. Clinton, 4%. Obama's was lower. H.W. Bush, 1.8%. Right there, we've already blown a hole in your lie. Obama's was not the worst in the previous 7 years. Then you have Reagan, Carter, so forth, so on, bada boom, bada boom. Oh, Truman, 1.4%. Another who's worse. But even more importantly, El Bass is one of those ignorant MAGA chodes who likes to suck on Donald Trump's sack. So let's take a step forward and look at Trump's overall average GDP. Oh, look at that. Identical to Obama's, 2.3%. I wonder if El Bass can admit he was wrong. I doubt it. He's not smart enough to understand what we're talking about here. But he does provide a lot of additional content, which is just joyous for me. Do me a favor. Don't ever stop leaving commentary, because then I don't ever stop having content and you unwittingly help keep a roof over my head.